Welcome to the Dopamine Detox. So I recently made a video, right, about me being at the lowest place in my life. Me being me, I'm somebody who always wants to get better. I like to find solutions. So me being at the lowest place in my life, I was like, damn, how do I get better? How do I improve my health? How do I improve my status, like where I'm at right now, mentally, physically, psychologically? And I thought, man, I need to go on a dopamine detox again, man. So welcome to the video, because I want to let you guys in on basically the cheat code known as the dopamine detox. But I want to first tell you a story, right, of basically how this works. Take somebody like Benjamin. Let's call this guy Benjamin, and his best friend, his name is, Marty. Benjamin and Marty, best friends. Those guys, they go back long time. They like day one, bro. They like, this. You know what I mean? The friendship doesn't matter, but I want to show you something, right? Benjamin and Marty both get to the lowest place of their life, just like me, just like how I was telling you guys yesterday, but maybe it's just a little bit worse with them. So Benjamin and Marty, they're at the lowest place, man, and they, depressed, anxious, you get me? And so now they be drinking, they be smoking, they be, going out, messing around with women, they eating junk food, sleeping at whatever times, they literally just winging it, going with the flow, enjoying life, you feel me? But just going with the flow. They have stable jobs, but like it's just enough for them to survive and like feed their bad habits, maybe also some good habits. But right now, we're just gonna talk about the fact that they're at the lowest point. Benjamin and Marty, bro, they've gotten to literally rock bottom. But when Benjamin realizes he's gotten to rock bottom, he decides it's time to detox. And when Benjamin decides to detox, he realizes that he was never actually aligned with his, himself, his purpose. He realizes that he wasn't actually doing the things that he wanted to do with his life, pursuing the dreams that he wanted to pursue. He realized that, he realizes that, damn, he's actually passionate about, certain things, like being a helpful person. For example, Marty, on the other hand, when he realizes he's at the lowest point, he doesn't detox, right? So he just keeps on stimulating himself. He still keeps on, smoking, drinking, doing all the things that destructive habits, all the destructive behavior that doesn't really bring life, but it kind of brings comfort in the moment. And at the end of the day, Marty is less healthy, but also he's in a state of confusion. He doesn't really find himself in a place where he's certain about anything in life, where he wants to go, what he's passionate about, what his goals are. And so he never really does anything that he finds is truly meaningful to him for his life, right? I placed the two characters before you because this is just by the sight of how these guys' life went, it kind of shows the impact of the detox. Now, what's a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox, in short, is literally taking time to be bored. Okay, let me stop playing with you. Let me be a little bit more descriptive. So, dopamine detox is basically you taking time to reduce the amount of stimulus, the amount of pleasure and reward that you get. Easy stimulus, reward that you get. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when you go on a detox, you're saying to yourself, all the things that easily made me feel good, I'm going to reduce, my intake and stop. For example, junk food makes me feel amazing. I love Burger King, bro. But because it makes me feel so good, and I know it's one of the things that kind of make me feel, this sense of pleasure, reward. So I'm gonna cut down how much Burger King I eat. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe it's like, I really, really love watching movies, and I'm gonna just kind of like decrease how much movies I'm gonna watch, because I get a little bit, I get so much pleasure from that. And not saying that it's a bad thing. It's good, right? They good. These things are amazing. They nice. They make us feel great. But you kind of reduce how much, how much you intake them. You kind of reduce how much you consume these things, so that your brain isn't as used to feeling pleasure or reward anymore. That's basically what a detox is. Now, I really believe you as a viewer already know what dopamine is. Like, dopamine has been such a chat that, it's talked about everywhere. I'm not going to really talk too much about dopamine. Why somebody detoxes. why somebody detoxes is because just like Marty, you reach a place of uncertainty in life. You know, maybe you feel like not even uncertainty. Either you've reached a place of uncertainty, or you just cannot seem to find enjoyment in anything. You have work that you need to be doing, and you cannot find any desire, any motivation, any drive to do it. Think about it, right? When you finish doing your work, or you finish accomplishing a goal, right? You feel like, yes, I did it. Dopamine gets released. So when you're consuming junk food and all these things, and entertaining yourself, dopamine gets released. So now you're basically limiting yourself to easy access dopamine. Your brain is a dopamine addict. So that's why you would detox, to find some sort of direction and alignment in whatever you have going on in your entire life. And so me personally, I'm going on a detox. Today's day one of my detox, and I have my own detox. I have my own protocol. So I have a list of things that I'm allowing in my life, that I'm not allowing in my life, for me to actually successfully detox. Let me show you something. I might put like a few lists on the screen or whatever. Essentially, those are my principles of how I'm trying to carry out this detox. It makes life boring. That's the thing. That's the goal. Life should be a little bit boring, and then you're gonna find entertainment and enjoyment in the things you actually want to find entertainment and enjoyment in, but you can't, like studying or working, or you've been living the fast life and it's time to slow down. Like me, I've been living the fast life, partying, doing all that nonsense. After I finished my first year in high school, in varsity, I kind of went a bit crazy. So I need a reset. I need to reset, because I find true meaning in being a content creator, in providing some sort of education for people. I find true meaning in learning new information. I find true meaning in being, being a good person. But low-key, I don't find pleasure in that until I begin to detox and get bored again, because all I want to do is flipping everything that's way too fun. That's my protocol, bro. I have my protocol right here, and basically I'm focusing on growing, personal development, self-improvement in every way. So my social media consumption, my eating habits, my sleeping habits, hobbies, passions, my routines, and then we're just gonna see where that goes, right? And I'm encouraging you as well to get on a detox if you feel like you need some sort of acceleration within your life, because it literally causes you to become more locked in. I don't know how else to explain it. Also, when you're on a detox, man, it's also so important to be like a spiritual person and like focus on like building your spirituality, because you really can. So yeah, man, I'm gonna keep updating you guys on the detox. Today's day one, so hopefully I can even successfully go through day one following my protocol, and I'll just let you guys know. But I believe in me, and I want you to remember that I believe in you.